Hey peeps, Lisa Jo Babb, your Doterra essential oil girl. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I thought I'd try something different today just because with my essential oil business, I'm actually doing local news where I talk a little bit about essential oils, not a lot, basically just to see if people are interested. I don't want to, if you're not interested, that's okay. So I'm combining a introductory basic essential oil class with a painting class. And I talk about the oils. I don't even go into much detail, just some basic knowledge. And then we paint. Well, my next class is at the Seaside Succulent. Actually, I got one this Wednesday over at the office. And if you'd like to know information on that, just message me below. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thumbs up. YouTube likes that. Anyway, with that said, most of my pictures are very beachy, the examples and stuff. So I thought, well, I should do a fall-y type picture because people might want to do something fall-y. So then I was like, okay, so, well, if I'm going to do a fall-y picture, maybe I should just do it on YouTube so you can see what the class would be kind of like. Well, not really, but I'll show you how I start. What I do is it's acrylic. It's the high dollar acrylic, and that is sarcasm, right? The more advanced you get in painting, or at least in my experience, then you might want to start investing in the oils and stuff. I personally love painting with oils, but it's out of my price range. So I like to work with acrylics because if you don't like what you just painted, let it dry and just paint over it. Oils, you don't have that luxury because it takes so long for it to dry, and usually it's got some kind of texture to it, which is awesome. But if you're not a perfect painter, like I am not, it's, kind of gets messy. Anyway, so this is how I do my palette. Isn't that beautiful? I pick some fall colors. I literally dump the paint on a styrofoam plate. I got random paint brushes, just whatever I feel like. I got anything from big to little. This actually looks like a house paintbrush. That works too. Doesn't matter. This one, I feel like doing this one today. And I start off with a idea. I'm not one of the painters that can sit down and just paint a masterpiece. I have to have a general idea of what I'm going to go for just to kind of get me started. So I look this up. It's kind of fall-y and it's simple because I want to make it simple so people can reproduce it, right? So I thought I'd paint it for you. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just dipping the paint brush into the paint. Okay, this is going to be a big paintbrush, so I'm just going to blob it on. And what I'll do is this is basically the background first. I also don't worry too much about washing up the paintbrush. I'll just kind of wipe it off on the paper towel and go into the next color. So I'm going to go with some orange. I'm changing paintbrushes because I think that one's too big. So I'm doing some orange. Remember, it's supposed to be fall-y. So I'm just kind of fall-y background. This is fall-y background. And I've never done this particular painting before because, why do the same thing? And this is the background. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I forgot to do red. I need red. Not her red. Hold on. Okay, go red. All right, not a lot. Just blah, 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 blah. And if you notice, whenever you don't wipe off the paintbrush, it blends into, which is kind of a cool effect. I like that. I know what, like my curtains out there, those are towels. We're high price here at my house. But those colors are not blended. Obviously, they're just stripes, which a lot of people like that kind of work. I like to kind of just mush everything together so it kind of marries in together. Okay, so And again, this is just the background. Looks like they got a little bit more yellow up this way, so blob up some yellow, like so. And then they went with a green, and this is the green I got. It's kind of a bright green, probably too bright, but that's okay. We can unbright it. Blob some green. Oh, I'm making dots. Let me slow down. I'm making dots. See how it comes off different color greens whenever you just blob it on? Can you see that? It's all good. In other words, it's all good. If you make it hard, it is no longer fun. I think I spent years, I've only been painting since I was like 45, and then I put it up for a while, but now I'm pulling it out again so I can do classes and incorporate them into my oil class, see if that can pique people's interest into getting back out of their house. But whenever I first started, it was like everything had to look like it was supposed to, and I would drive myself crazy. And it took me years and years to be okay with how I paint, which is not like anybody else's. I mean, really, who cares? But it, you know, whenever you're a beginner painter, you're always wanting to duplicate something that looks exactly like a photograph. Well, you know what? That's not painting. That's a photograph. You don't need to do that. All right. I'm just blobbing on the paint. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, I like that blob with some on there. Let's do some green over here. Blob some green over there. Blah, 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 blah. Trying to make it look folly. This is supposed to be a folly background. And then they went way dark down here, so I'll do way dark. You see how hard this technique is? You got to be so. It will be a masterpiece when I'm done. And you'll have to tune in. I might finish it tonight, but it'll need to dry a little bit before I do the top thing on it. This is just mainly to do the colors. I'm going to put a little bit more green. Oh, here's some blue. Let's do blue. A little blue. Blue does an interesting color. Makes it more of a gray green. Isn't this fun? Y'all were going like, oh my God, what is this lady doing, right? This is art. This is how you do it. Y'all, don't give me a hard time now. All right, just kind of do that. Again, this is the background of a picture. Let's see what they got going. They got more orange this way. More orange. More orange. More brown. And I always put way more paint than I need, which is silly. Meaning on my plate. You don't need much paint. It doesn't take much. And this, I'm painting on actually a little canvas board as opposed to a canvas. You can do either. The cool thing about painting on a canvas board is you can actually frame a canvas board. You could buy an 11 by 14 frame and frame it and hang it on the wall. A canvas, you can't really put into a frame very easily. So it's kind of, I don't know, a little bit more challenging. So if you think you're going to want to keep the artwork, you may want to go with the canvas board. Let's see. I'm going to get some more red. I like the red over here. A little bit darker shade now. Okay. Does it look like falling to you? Or does it just look like blobs? It doesn't matter. This is the background. And I'm going to paint a very simple little tree branch on it when I'm done. Here, just blend some stuff. Blend some stuff. See how hard that is. Ooh, it looks so pretty. It's just spectacular. I like it. Okay. I think that might be, I think I might do more yellow. I think I want some, oh, wait, let me wipe off my paint. That's starting to get dark. Starting to get dark. If you go too dark, look how you fix this. You dab some white. You dab some white. And the white will go back over it and take out that dark. I'm telling you, this is, don't make it hard, people. It doesn't have to be hard. All right, now I'm going to go back over it with yellow. That brightens it back up. I may have to come back and do the yellow again when it dries. All right, well, that's my basic bottom color for now. I think this is supposed to be the sun. So when it dries a little bit, I'm probably going to come back over and do a little bit more yellow just because I like the yellow. I think that's supposed to be like coming through the trees or something. Let's do some light. We need some light coming through the trees. Something like that. Okay, beautiful. That's my background. It's falling. See? Beautiful, right? Oh, geez, don't paint my desk. Okay. So that's my bottom layer of my folly paint I'm doing. And I also want to talk to you real quick because you know I'm the essential oil girl, so it's very important to bring up the oils. We have, I was looking up good oils for fall, and I live in Cocoa Beach, so we don't really have a fall. However, I can still get the smells of the fall. So some of the suggestions are clove, ginger, cinnamon. Y'all know cinnamon, cassia, and wild orange are some of the ones. And you can blend them into the diffuser and come up with this amazing combination. The fun part about using essential oils, and you would want to use a pure essential oil. Do not use the store brand. Use a Doterra brand, and this is my personal opinion, because if you use the store brand, it's like a Glade product, meaning it's not good for you. The reason we want to do essential oils is it's because it's a pure plant. Our body understands what the fragrance is, and it actually helps our body do magical things because they're on the same page, so to speak. So just by inhaling a true essential oil can be beneficial to you health-wise. Isn't that neat? But I wanted to share this one with you. This is the one we just got. It's called guacwood. And it is the most, it absolutely is almost, it's almost like you're at a barbecue, and it's got a sweet smell and it's got a woodsy smell. And the first time I smelled it, I was like, but the more you smell it, the more it will 100% bring you to a place in your childhood. I don't know if you ever went camping and sat around the campfire or just had a hamburgers and hot dogs out on the grill with it. So, bring you that warm, fuzzy, I remember this. Essential oils have that kind of power. They can bring up memories and good feelings out of your past. But it's whenever guava wood comes out, I want y'all to put that on your list because it's got to be smelled to experience it. I really, really think this would be a great. I don't know how to just. It's a good one. It's different. It's very different. Anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll check back in later. Let me see. If I'm happy with that. I'm looking in the thing. I need to bring down some of that yellow. Okay, yeah, that's better. See, that's a lot better. There. Now it's perfect. Okay. And maybe I'll paint the limb on there for you or not. Y'all let me know what you think of my lovely painting class. I'm just getting that ready for, and if you want to know when that is, I have one next week, this week, Wednesday, and then I have one in October 19th, I believe. And let me check real quick in case y'all want to write that on your calendar. The 19th over in Cocoa Village. So, all right. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for letting me play. I will check back in either later tonight or tomorrow. All right. Have a good one. Bye. Boop. And boop. And it's turning off. And end.